Actually, for this particular news here, it is something I actually need my check. And if you have been following this particular platform over the years, and I say before the elections you realize say now you can't say the same way. Ya boss and then me no can say Oral said they are moving forward. This particular woman who on your screens, your friend Gifty Oware-Mensah. Now, beginning of this year, journalist Manasseh Azuri presented documents be Emma Team Oral, that is Operation Recover All Loot. And in that particular video and that particular picture, we saw Yoko Boss, Raymond Aka in there, we saw Okututa Blakwa in there, we saw COP Kofi Boachi in there, we saw Dominic Ayini in there, Attorney General. We saw a lot of people in there. And the main aim was that they were presenting them with the facts of the NSS scandal. If you don't know what is really going on, according to journalist Manasseh Azuri, this is what really happened. During the last tenure for 2 tenures of Akufo-Addo's government, talking about 2017 to 2020 and also 2021 to 2024, this woman who was with the NSS on NSS CEO or CCB, these two people, they were involved in payroll scandal. And at the end of the day, Ghana Yaboka almost 500 million Ghana cedis. That is every year. And then Team Oral was presented with this argument and this evidence by team and now Manasseh Azuri team. And subsequently, they have been charged. So this is the breaking news. So join here. We are live. So join here on this particular live session. Feel free to actually drop in your comment. Name what you think as we begin this particular breaking news. Air course. So the big question is, what is really going on? It's for the question is say who may your screens no she happened to be the NSS deputy director. And what we are learning is that according to Manasseh's documents or the by no party say during a tenure there was an issue, okay, with the NSS payroll. And you know, Dr. Baumia was the then vice president or call NSS. And what can say NSS could be bracy in Tuamoka. And there was an issue there. So issue the issue of ghost names. The issue of ghost names. So what Vice President Baumia did was that Francophobia from South Africa and Israel said, "Omunye a new system. Some new system no a upgrade. And only be biabe digital. A one of the starting the Mr. Digital no. Into a car instead of a can no, a beko a bia ubotom no, and as a beko bank account no, everything will be digitalized. They will use systems. That way, Sikan ain't me for baby, and also be to me throw be and duplicating names and Jessica at the expense of government. And this all this while, that woman we a deputy director, a whole information ever told you I said. All these things about Mia de Bayana, it was supposed to help. It was not actually helping. It was rather helping people like Gifty Oware-Mensah, an MPP, former NSS CEO, or CCB to steal and also make sure they loot the state money. In this system near the Bayano, and yeah, every month and every year, it's meeting for 90,000. Eka NSS payroll no. Instead this NSS payroll scandal buy. One of the things you also have to notice is that they were doing it year upon year. The Maker and say Ghana has said every year we have people who graduate from the various universities and they are mandated to serve. And they are now said they are mandated to do a national service, and this particular woman was one of them. It's therefore NCBI the official court rater Abba, which is actually charging this woman, and even some of the charges say they are born, because we'll be reading everything right here on this particular platform. And at the end of the day, you will be shocked as to how and the things are so Ghana. So first of all, you maybe can call how Ghana Web reported this. Ye share a new year, not ya call share a year court rates no, because here no is not the Republic versus these two people. And yeah, according to government, Omo party says Sankofu your mabo Ghana ka over so many billion Ghana cedis they need to take it back. Remember, I said give it to your so or no so Minuka saying Wababe react to all of these things are air costs, and as obviously as obvious she is blaming the devil, and she's saying it's NDC for time or more time and they are persecuting her, and I said they are going after her. We'll be talking about all of these things, but then some can catch on. This was what Ghana Web said. Or say Gifty Oware-Mensah charged with 38.4 million theft and alleged thefts and financial loss. So this particular woman here can say Gifty Oware-Mensah na asem ene eba beki na make out say at the point in time no you be making sure say ebe fa eye court rate na aba no ni ebobo ho ni ewura into the details. Also former deputy executive director of the National Service Authority, Gifty Oware-Mensah has been charged with stealing and willfully causing financial loss to the state. So now the state is saying that this woman is being charged of a total of 38.4 million Ghana cedis. Or see, according to court documents cited by Ghana Web on October 13, 2025, the charges stem from alleged financial irregularities during a tenure at the National Service Authority. According to Attorney General's Office or Attorney General's Department, Oware-Mensah allegedly misappropriated a total of 38 million Ghana cedis and above between the year of 2022, February 2022, and also March 2024, while supervising the finance, audit, and procurement divisions of the NSA. Now, one of the things you also have to note here is that woman, she happened to be the special supervisor of the finance and audit and also procurement divisions at National Service Authority. She also happened to be a board member of the Ghana Football Association, that's the GFE, or women say or the only female account. Now, more part as a woman way from the year 2022 February to 2024 a year March no woman way the man as the deputy NSS director, she was supposed to supervise Niema air cost the payments near the this woman basically misappropriated the funds. Sikano odie because odiane is a overstatement, sorry. Sikano na hobby sebe ena Niema air cost sikan e fan crofo ase. Now straight up no yen ko ne hwe eye the what your friends and charges because we would like to actually get into the details of the charge. Near who the full details of it. At the end of the day, charges being any the bono. How long will she be in jail? Remember, I say in some way in our course, no, or say CB is also involved. At the end of the day, no. You better nana eti for ya can one say. So first of all, no, straight up, the young cop. Share what is on the screens. Yeah, share the full details of it. So just a minute, I think so will be done in no time. Okay, so this is exactly what we are getting. To share the whole screens, so we are the official court rated by this particular official court rated by it is telling us exactly what is really going on and how this particular NSS scandal, how it was even going into play. To share top now, or say in the Superior Court of the Judicature in the High Court of Justice Accra and on new data to the Republic versus Madam Gifty Oware-Mensah. So in here and they are telling us what a Gifty Oware-Mensah why charges here the bono and some of the allegations she is facing. Therefore, yen share the count one. Count one no statement of offense no and at the wire a charge one or say stealing contrary to section 124 clause 1 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960 at 29. And your patcher said the first charges are an account here they bought Madam Gifty Oware said we are there. Na Ghana Bremen section 124 clause 1 no HS we are there a Criminal Offence Act. Yes, a particular of offense, and I said, dear count one or the woman. Or see Gifty Oware-Mensah, the former deputy executive director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 31.5 million Ghana cedis, the property of the National Service Authority, by causing the money to be transferred to blocks of life consult for your benefits. So, according to a year in Sema Abba, yes, coming from a year the Attorney General's office, what they are saying is that the first count they say we are there. Now the particular of offense in a part is a woman a brand or yeah the NSS deputy director and executive director no sikanka was say or making sure see the tua in Yanomuka any NSS when we see Misikan by any adiade says can was the tua for can woman we are not or down one also making sure Sikan a conquer for honor baby in a creative ghost names in the maniama and a total of 31.5 million Ghana cedis. woman ejina ho ehwe ye eme send iska no from NSS account and you transfer a call a certain company for the blocks of life consults. You transfer 31.5 million Ghana cedis a certain company for the blocks of life consult for her own benefits. These things are going on, and sometimes you ask yourself, "Wemu omoye bua and aso omoye nipa." Here share the count 2. The statement of offense also willfully causing financial loss to the Republic, contrary to Section 179 Clause A 3 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960. Yeah, price a woman you or sheda and our bomb buying car, so that's the count 2. Or share the particular of offense now. So Gifty Oware-Mensah, the former Deputy Executive Director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, in the Greater Accra region, willfully caused financial loss of 31.5 million to the public by causing the said amount to be transferred to Blocks of Life Consult, a company of which you are the ultimate beneficiary owner, and for you purportedly for the supply of goods on high purchase to national service personnel you never supplied. So according to the count 2, what they are saying is that women wa boganaka into the oye no wa boganaka and almost answer we say woman no our company bia or set company be on the side as our company no set it on the side no company din at the Blocks of Life Consults. Now sa block of life consults no omu chem here the company na ono ankasa no or sign the company to NSS say or best supply goods and services ama NSS personnel say a paper say a book say ye be a paraphernalia say a be a marks say be a computers we don't know, but these were things now on one kasa say the company in your contract into best supply ama NSS and now the national service personnel, but she never supplied it. Yes, so she received a total of 31.5 million Ghana cedis into her account. Now therefore this is just the beginning, because a does to pay ye yenko count 3. Count 3 also willfully causing financial loss to the public, contrary to Section 179 Clause 3A of the Criminal Offences Act. And yes, see this particular charge was shada women was shada pa onim the oye and our cause a financial loss to the state. So willfully onim the oye onim pa said the oye nenye. So she willfully did it and caused financial loss to the state. And also a criminal offense. The particular of offense now see Gifty Oware-Mensah, former deputy director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, which willfully caused financial loss to the sum of 6.9 million Ghana cedis to the public of the said amount to be charged by Agricultural Development Bank on the loan of 31.5 million that you inappropriately authorized for Blocks of Life Consult and benefited from. Into a purchase say woman she willfully caused financial loss of 6.9 million to the public, okay, by causing interest of the said amount to be charged on Agricultural Development Bank. Into a purchase woman odienim ekoje sikebi ana ode money company which is 31.5 million Ghana cedis okoji fi Agricultural Development Bank. Now, Agricultural Development Bank okoje isa sikani fi yese ode ma onwani company no ma supply NSS adie no ode koye no sikandi oje be sa niema no amba. Aside from that, to interest na that's 31.5 million na okoje ye in the name of NSS edema the company sa interest and that's on 6.9 million Ghana cedis ni nyina ekọ the company ho ebra sa interest no NSS na wo se otua. Yanko count 4 no so. Count 4 also using public office for profit contrary to Section 179 C Clause A of the Criminal Offences Act. Ye purchases how may Gifty Oware or use in office no, okay, for profit. Or bar a bemono or swear say oh I'm going to protect the public purse. The outcome should be and I'm going to work in the interest of Ghanaians. This woman was not working in the interest of Ghanaians. This woman was working in the interest of her own self. And for profits, you ensure the particular of offense. Or see Gifty Oware-Mensah, former deputy director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra of the Greater Accra region, dishonestly abused your office for benefit by unlawfully receiving the color of your office for yourself, an amount of 31.5 million from Agricultural Development Bank through Blocks of Life Consult, which you knew you were not authorized to receive personally. Do me ye part say public officials one more ye juma abemu. Ewo ejuma na wo ye ewo so ye sumo man wo so ye esumu bottom NSS wase. But when she was making sure the money was going into your pocket. Criminal offense. And you know, or say NSS full here niema, ye be supply. Ama your friend say NSS personnel. And or call Agricultural Development Bank say NSS in here sika loan of 31.5 million Ghana cedis. Now more the Toby B. Efi company be a friend Blocks of Life Consults. Now ya supply my NSS. And now Agricultural Development Bank say, oh, okay, ya cry ya buying bank, ya buy ye ho. And a good business because one cost stamp because buy and share no NSS muska no ye muska and no tam 31.5 million Emma NSS woman and no transfer command the companies and the company no on be supply nema ama NSS for which it never came. And in C1 that's 31.5 million 6.9 million interest and that ho uye no so fewa woman abroad is sika no according to the count a year 4 no ye part say oh ye public official and was so making sure say you don't use your office for profit, use it to serve. Oh you so office here there man say oh the business oh the best sum oh mine and this man oh breaches our part no and into they are charging her with that. Yen share count 5 was a money laundering contrary to section 12A of Anti-Money Laundering Act. Into a person woman or sounds to money laundering, which means a sikano ekodi baby. Yeah, share the particular of offense. Also, Gifty Oware-Mensah, former deputy executive director between February 2022 and March 2024 in Accra, transferred 31.5 million from the National Service Authority high purchase escrow account with Agricultural Development Bank to Blocks of Life Consult for the purpose of disguising the illicit origin of the money, knowing it to be proceeds of unlawful activity. In the price woman in your year and say or transfer 31.5 million from NSS high purchase escrow accounts. Okay, sa account no it is hard with and I say Fidelity Development Bank ho. Sa sika nka na say account omu hie bibi omu de tono. Sa account no ena umi e ko authorize ya omu transfer 31.5 million Ghana cedis say ye fan call Blocks of Life Consults on one company. Ebro nim say sad na oyen chrono. So that is the your friend is saying the count 5 say whatever she did no o she has here or say the money laundering o yisika efi aban kukuomu ena ode ko a different your friend is saying account sa account no one account. So imagine say me amiti hey me a president of the Republic of Ghana, not Ghana, your bank, Ghana Commercial Bank. Me yiska if Ghana Commercial Bank and I'm there customer account too. And then I'm say Ghana for a free SHS in Indiana itino. Me no my transfer to my account too and I'm be to Indiana I'm a free SHS. They be money laundering. Iti omuma brief facts of the case. And mama brief facts in be something no me no ka say no. Okay, there's something here in person ready. I think say what has say. Yen share a year count 6 no. Or say Blocks of Life Consult because our Blocks of Life Consult and no any gives to our idea. Or say Blocks of Life Consult Limited is a private limited company registered in the year 2016 and owned by one Paul Boateng. The accused in order to facilitate a criminal activities to control of the company through one Mohammed and made George Annan her mother's driver one of the company's directors. Into a price a Block Life Consults no a company be registered in 2016 a papa bi no Paul Boateng ne de na sa accused person yi esan so nim say or the sa blocks of life consult that Gifty Oware-Mensah send is kako two mo no onim so de ba be di boni ti no o make a year company no board of directors no o ma ono akasa ne driver baako e na ye efe ne maame driver baako e na ye the company's director. So the whole company no, it was a sham. The whole company was what? A sham. We any in Semana Ekoswa. People definitely are actually talking about this issue. You could see very well, say, scandal we are idea, you know, it chance. What I say, and it tells you at the end of the day, you know, there are things there. So it therefore once again we are live, my what you think about this whole issue? Ekoso.